Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. ये ध्वनि मंगल ध्वनि है. Om Shanti Om. This sound is a sacred sound. Om Shanti Om.
Welcome to Chai with Manju. It's an enormous privilege for me today to interview Sister Shivani of Brahma Kumari. She's one of the most beloved spiritual leaders in the world who's made an enormous difference in the lives of millions of people, including mine. So, welcome Sister Shivani to Boston.
Om Shanti, thank you.
And what an amazing show. What an amazing event. So much energy in the room. So, and this is your first visit to Boston, right?
First visit to the US.
Okay. First of many, we hope.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
You started your journey as an electronics engineer from Pune College, right? And you are one of the few women of science who are also a spiritual leader. Tell us a little bit about your journey.
It is somewhere today in the world we have created that spirituality is different from our day-to-day living.
Right.
You know, and often people ask, what happened in your life because of which you went this way? But that's not true. Spirituality is not a different way of living. Spirituality is the tool, the compass, which guides me on my normal day-to-day living. So whether that's personal life, professional life, family life, so that's spirituality. So I think it has nothing much to do with who we are professionally, but it is about using that gyan and those values and those principles in whatever we are doing. So for me, this knowledge came my way, and I experimented with it, and it created very beautiful results. And so I'm on the journey.
Right. Now you always look very calm and unruffled and peaceful. Were you like that growing up, or you slowly changed as you grew older and more learned?
It's a very gradual shift that happens because it's about how much the mind is becoming silent, and which means it is not being critical of situations, it's not being judgmental about people. So there is not a constant clutter that goes on inside. It is that constant clutter, that noise that goes on inside, which does not allow us to be at peace.
Absolutely.
So once you understand spiritually that everyone is according to their sanskars, that every situation that is coming my way is my karmic account, and my power lies in the present moment to be able to respond the right way. So then the mind doesn't have much noise to make. So it's a very gradual journey when we start implementing the spiritual principles. So yes, it's been a journey. There has been a very big shift, and I'm sure there's more of a shift to happen yet.
Now, your show, of course, Awakening with Brahma Kumari, is extremely popular. I personally watch it every day. I started watching it with my mom, so I have really great memories. One of the things that I find very fascinating about you also is that you've said that you got introduced to Brahma Kumaris by your mother and you saw the changes in her. And subsequently you were working at the back end of Sony TV and then you somehow got into doing the show. Do you think that you're a destiny's child or somehow your karma led you here? Are you a believer in destiny?
Yes, destiny is created by our past karma and gets influenced by our present karma. So both have a very important role to play. The consequence of our past karma will come to us, and then what present karma we do will take the destiny forward. So both are at play all the time. We cannot put the responsibility only on the past karma, and we don't have the power only in the present karma. So both are there, but present karma is more powerful. So we should not live the life of a victim whenever there are problems or challenges saying, oh, this was in my destiny. This was a consequence of my past karma. Doesn't matter whatever the past karma brings to you. Power is use your present karma. So when we are studying spiritual knowledge and meditating daily, it gives us the power to create the right karma in the present,
Okay.
and which can overpower even an unpleasant past karmic account.
Okay.
So the power is in the present.
That's very reassuring.
It's the truth actually. You can try it out anytime and you will see that it works. Let the toughest scene come to you. But if you create the right thought and the right behavior there, your suffering is...
But can you undo the damage of your past karmas?
The consequence of the past karma is going to come to me. Let's take a simple example. If I don't take care of my health, it's a karma. Consequence is disease. Simple. Now when this disease comes to me, what is the thought that I create now and the behavior I do? If it's stable, if it's pure, if it's powerful, and now I start taking care, suffering is
Much
minimal.
less.
But if I say, why am I not well, what will happen to me, what is the future, this was my past, all these kind of thoughts, then I can make a simple fever also a
Big deal.
cause of suffering.
Right.
And we meet people. We meet people who are going through chronic ailments but are very happy and powerful. So what has happened? The chronic ailment that has come is a consequence of past karma. But the present karma, right thinking, stable, powerful, suffering, minimal. And we can see some people who have only a small situation in their life. But right karma, present karma is irritation, pain, frustration. Suffering will increase.
What is the most important message of Brahma Kumari?
The important message of Brahma Kumaris is to understand that I am a soul on a journey and my original sanskars are purity, peace, love and happiness. And these are 4 things which I don't have to seek or ask other people for. They are the sanskars that I have to use in my every karma. And daily meditation, connecting to that Supreme Being, charging myself by being in connection with them, emerges these original sanskars, and then I'm able to use them in every karma.
One of the things that you said today, which really impressed me, and I would love for you to share with our audience as well, what you said about 30 minutes in the morning, and then every hour and the night, if you could share that with our audience too.
Begin the morning with reading or listening to only pure, powerful, divine information.
Okay.
And that's why spiritual knowledge. सत्संग जिसको कहते हैं, वो सत लेकर शुरू करना है दिन का. So if I begin the day with gyan, which is sharing, caring, compassion, peace, love, all these words is what is there in the gyan, then that will be my thoughts. But if I begin the day with violence, terror, pain, then that will be my thoughts. So information is the diet for the emotion. So we need to bring about a little shift there. And then whatever I consume in the morning, pure, choose one thought from that which I'm going to implement throughout the day. So after every 1 hour, take a 1 minute break, which we call traffic control, just a minute. And in that 1 minute, revise that one thought. I am a pure being. I accept everyone. Very soon that becomes our natural way of thinking.
Acceptance can be hard though sometimes.
Acceptance is a natural way of living.
Sometimes when you live with people or you work with people, their way of thinking is so different, which affects the outcome of what you're doing together. How do you accept that?
Even if it affects the outcome, let it at least not affect the inner world. And if your one person's inner world is stable, then you can also affect the outcome.
Now you give a lot of emphasis on starting the day right and how to live your day. What is your average day like?
Average day is different because it all depends on the seva which is going on.
Okay.
But it will begin with 4 o'clock meditation.
Okay.
And then an hour of study.
Okay.
And then the rest of the day is different every day.
Okay.
Rest of the day I don't know. It all depends on where we are, whether we are traveling, whether we should be different for different reasons.
What's your ideal day then?
Every moment is beautiful, so you cannot have an ideal day. You have to have a right mind, not a right day.
It's a good way of looking at things.
It's not a good way, it's the right way. It's your right mind which will create an ideal day. It's not situations which will create an ideal day.
Takes a lot of practice though, right?
Takes only an understanding. It's only an understanding. And you will see it yourself. The day you are happy, things don't affect you.
Now, one of the things that has happened in the world as we become more global, the Western world was typically more materialistic than India, where we considered more spiritual. Now we see a lot of shift in that. And one thing that you say in a lot of interviews is "Sansar mein rehkar sadhu banna hai," means enjoy the materialistic things, yet have the spiritual side. Can you explain that? How can you live a regular, normal life and yet be a sadhu? What do you mean by sadhu?
What is sadhu meaning? Having divine thoughts, right karma, sweet words. Sadhu, no? Pure. Pure hai. Sadhu sannyasi means kya? Saint means kya? Purity. So purity inside doesn't depend on where you're staying. Doesn't depend on what you're doing. It depends on what you are creating.
Okay.
So you can be divine being anywhere. And if I don't want to be divine, then I will not be, even if I am in this attire.
Okay. But is it okay to want materialistic things?
It's absolutely fine to acquire materialistic things, but not to be dependent on them for your happiness. Be happy and acquire them. Don't say I will be happy when I acquire them. So use them.
True.
Use them.
Okay.
But don't be dependent on them. Which means you use it, but don't get affected if you don't have it. Don't create a craving and a desire till you don't get it. Use it when it's with you. Work hard and buy it. But if it's not there, mind is the same.
And do you have any special advice for people who look up to you for guidance?
I feel everyone has the answers. Everyone has the knowledge. Everyone knows what is right. It's all about strengthening the soul to be able to implement the answer.
True.
So a daily few minutes of absorbing the Gyan and the meditation will strengthen each one of us to implement the knowledge which we already have. We know what we have to do. It's only we are not able to do it. Lack of strength.
Now, what are your plans for the rest of your tour in the United States?
I'm traveling every day from tomorrow. So every day is a different city and a different program, and ends with the weekend at the Peace Village Retreat Center.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, and we hope you come back to Boston because we need you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you for everything. Om Shanti.